Welcome. Today, let's discuss about the biotic factors. We are speaking about the biotic what? The biotic factors. And which are these biotic factors? We are speaking about the biotic factors. Biotic what? The biotic factors. And these biotic factors is about the biotic factors that will affect our environment. We are speaking about the ecology. We have the abiotic and the biotic factors. So we're speaking about biotic factors in which section? That is in ecology, in relation to our environment and how the organism will be adapted to live within an environment. Which are these biotic factors? We have predation, number one. We have number two, competition. Number three, symbiosis. We're speaking about competition, symbiosis, predation. We're speaking about competition, symbiosis, predation, and even the last one, parasitism. Let's start with the first one, which is predation. Start with what? Predation. We have predation and herbivore. When you speak about a predator, that is predation, on predation section, this organism is carnivorous. I speak about organism being what? Carnivorous. Then when you speak about herbivore, that organism will be herbivore. Or we speak about herbivorous organisms. Which are the examples of the herbivorous organisms and carnivorous organisms? The examples of the carnivorous organisms. Now the relationship here based on the predation will divide them into two. And that is what? I speak about on predation. We want to divide the predation into two. That is a predator and a prey. Predator will do what? The predator is the organism that feeds on the prey. So this one we speak about what? Feeds on the prey. So these are flesh eater. Then this one is the one that is being eaten by predator. Hope we understand this. When we are speaking about the predator is the one that feeds on the prey. Then the prey is the one that is being eaten by what? The predator, by the predator. Then from that point, we have the herbivore. And on these herbivore, we will divide them into two. We have the grazer, or grazers, and we have the what? Browsers. Which one is the grazer and which one is the browser? When you speak about the grazer, this one feeds on grass. Feeds on what? Grass. It's just found in the grassland. That is the grazer. An example is like the sheep. The sheep major, and even the cow, not cow, sorry, and even the pigs. The pigs will also be grazers. Then you have the browsers. Those feed on upper vegetation. The upper vegetation, what do I mean? Maybe shrubs from the upper trees. The branches up there. So we are speaking about this one being process. So we are saying an example here is the sheep. An example here you can use goats and even giraffes. So those are examples. When you speak about our predator, you can use the lion, you can use about the cheetah, leopard. But you speak about the prey, you can speak about the gazelle, you can speak about the antelope, you can speak about the zebra. We have the zebra will be there. So we are speaking about predator, prey, browsers, and grazers. In this herbivore section, you get a question which will be told why zebra have their eyes on the sides of their head. And the main reason for this one is to provide a wide field of view. We're speaking about it. To provide a wide field of view. And what's the main reason for provision of the wide field of view? To locate its predation at a far distance. At a far distance as it is greater. We're speaking about what? To provide a what? Greater or about larger field of view as it's doing what? As it's grazing, as it is grazing. So it will be providing a wider field of view to locate its predator at a far distance as it's grazing. As it is in its grass, it can be eating widely, a very wide field of view. So from this point now, let's describe one by one. We go to the predator adaptations. Then we'll have the prey adaptations so that they can survive in the ecosystem. So let's take a test about adaptations of what? Adaptations of prey. So which are the adaptations for the prey so that it can survive in its habitat? And the first one, we speak about the hind limbs. Hind limbs are strong muscles. The hind limbs, we have, this one is the forelimb, the other one is the hind limb. So what's the importance of those hind limbs having strong muscles? This one is being muscular so that it can be able to fly, to run as fast as they can, not to be caught by the predator. So this one is just what? Run faster, not to be got, not to be what? Got by predator. That is number one. Number two, they are able to camouflage. Able to do what? Camouflage. Able to camouflage. They are not what? They are saying are able to do what? Camouflage. What is the meaning of this camouflage? Camouflage is about blending itself with the environment. Blending. So there is a resemblance to the environment. And that is how, like example, the gazelles. When you check the gazelle color, it's almost looking just like the savanna grass. So it's able to hide within those grasses or the grasses not to be easily located by the predator. So we are saying these are not what? Not to be easily seen by predator. And we are saying it will blend with which environmental color with that of speaking about what? With that of their predator. That is, it will blend with the grassland. Number three, we have spoken about the zebra. Their eyes. Eyes are located where? On the sides of the eye. And we are saying this one is what? To locate predator at a far distance while grazing. And what will be the importance for that? If it will locate its prey at a longer distance as it's grazing, it means it can do it. It can run at a faster rate, not to be caught by that predator. Number three, some like the porcupine will be producing some spikes. So we are saying some like what? I'm saying some like what? Porcupine has spikes to defend themselves from predators. As a lion goes near a porcupine. What will happen to this porcupine? The porcupine will start releasing the spikes, and it will be eating what? That predator. Let's say an example, the lion, and that lion can become irritated and just what? Move away and just move away. Some mimic the predator. We are saying some will do what? Mimic the predator. Some, and I'm using the word some, mimic the predator. When you speak about mimicking, it's just resembling the predator. Mimicry, or it can mimic the predator or anything else. It can mimic even the leaf. It can mimic a wood, that is a stick. So it becomes sometimes unpalatable or even being seen easily by the predator. Others will produce or emit some chemical that will have some odor smell. So we are speaking some words. Emits some chemical or even audio smell. And because of the production of that such audio smell, it will do what? It will chase those predators. It will chase what? The predators. Then next from that point, you speak about, they have, some have weather vision, you say that they can run faster, they can camouflage, they can mimic. Then we're saying somewhat, an example, we're speaking about adaptations of the prey. They go in numbers. Some do what? Move in numbers. An example is the wildebeest, especially the large animals. And the importance for these ones to do what? To defend themselves when attacked. An example is the buffalo. An example is the buffalo. What will the buffalo do? It will just do the same thing. They will just be moving in large numbers. In case the lions attack them, they can defend themselves against what? Those lions. Let's now go about the adaptations of the predator. And I'll not repeat because they are just repeated points. What you just have to change is the explanation. The first one, we're speaking about having indolence with strong muscles. The same will have, predator will have strong indolence. But now the importance for this one is to run fast, to catch up with their prey. So it's the same thing. Then number two, they are able to camouflage. Here it's not easily to be traced by the prey, so that they can do what? They can catch them within a very short distance. Then their eyes are located, no, this one now will not be there, but they have very sharp eyesight. Here we are speaking about what? Sharp eyesight to see predator in a far distance. An example of this one is the eagle. The eagles will be having what? Sharp eyesight. Then you'll say this one will be the same. This one will be the camouflage, and the camouflage is not to be seen by the predator. Some like porcupine. This one you speak about having. Some have venom. Have what? Venom, like the snakes. And this one is to do what? To paralyze their prey. Paralyze their prey. Right? Then we have some mimic. Some emit some chemicals or smell. Some move in numbers, like lions. This one speak like what? Lions, to kill the higher animals. Higher or larger what? Larger animals. An example, the lions. For them to defeat an animal like an elephant or an elephant or what? An elephant or the buffaloes, they have to go in large numbers. So we are talking about venom, camouflage, steel. Some will have strong jaws. We have what? Others having what? Strong jaw with commercial teeth. With commercial what? Teeth. And this one is to do what? So that they can. The advantage for that is in terms of what? Muscle. And even removal of what? Bones from. Not bones, crushing the bones, sorry. Then removing the flesh from those bones. That is the control of the canines without commercial teeth. So you'll be told about the economic importance of predation. We are done with what? Let's talk about economic importance of predation. Economic what? Importance of predation. And the economic importance of predation is to maintain ecological balance. What do we mean? In case the population of what? In case the population of prey, let's speak about gazelle, increases, it will give an advantage to the predators like the lions and even the leopards. They will have enough food, and what will happen? They will not be competing too much, and their population will now start to increase up to attain a certain point where the prey population goes down, and this one, because of that, they will enter up onto the competition point, and those which will be weak will not be competing well, and because they cannot compete well, what will happen? They can die of the deficiency diseases because of the lack of food. And these other now prey will have again the other chance to rise, and they will grow to maturity, they continue, their numbers increase, and that cycle will just be going. As this increases, the other decreases, as it increases, the other decreases. It just goes in that manner. Then we have something called biological control. From the standing, we have something called what? Biological control. What is the meaning of biological control? This one is using a living organism to control a certain population. So we are saying using what? A living organism as a predator to control a population of another organism. So you are using just a natural biological living organism to control a certain population. An example, a good example, you speak about mosquito larvae is being fed by what? The mosquito larvae. What can you use? You are using the fish in fish bone to control the mosquito what? Larvae. Those mosquito larvae, the eggs of the mosquito are being eggs. What will happen? We can, maybe it's bone. This bone section, you just introduce some fish, and this fish, their food will be those mosquito larvae. Will be what? Mosquito larvae. But let me now show you about some biological representation. Biological what? Representation of these. How will you get in case you're given what? A graph. Then after learning now about predation and a predator, there we'll get the difference between a predator and a what? And the parasitism. But before that, let me show you what? Let me show you the biological representation of this organism in a graphical way. So maybe you're told to draw a graph. This one is about time, maybe in years, right? Then this one is the number of organism. And these organisms that I'm dealing with is a predator and a prey. So the graph will be this way. It will be moving in that manner. Then these other one will be moving this way. So the first one here will be the prey. Then this other one will be our predator. So this is the graphical representation. At the first point, the prey numbers were high, then this one were a bit low. But this one now, because of the high number, this one is decreasing. These which were few are increasing. And now we will relate on predation with the other factor of competition. As this one is decreasing because of their large number, they are competing between themselves. So that is some which form of competition, intra-specific competition. And because this one are few in number and they have enough food supply, that is why their number starts to do what? To increase. It's increasing because of what? Because they are not in extreme competition. And because the food is this larva level, they will feed well, they will grow, they will mature, and after the maturity, that is why the numbers increases. So it's only reproduction that can increase our population. Reproduction increases our population. Another thing that increases our population is immigration. Those other organisms coming in. I can give an example in Kenya and in Tanzania. The Serengeti, we have the wild beast. When they come in, their population increases. When they go out, the population increases. And again, the same birth is the one that can increase the population. These are not decreases. After some point, this one has increased and the numbers is very high. What happens again with this one? They undergo the same competition and the population starts to decrease. And because of their large number, this one will not be competing too much. And that's why their numbers increases. And this is what we will learn today on predation, again on the apiary. We are speaking about what? Predation and apiary. Thank you for your time. We will discuss on the other slides the other factors, which are those ones: competition, parasitism, and also symbiosis. Thank you very much.